Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, lovelies. Today I'm just going to do a new video and I'm just going to be speaking on astrology observations. So there was a nurse who worked in the hospital and she just had a few observations regarding the different zodiac signs. So I'm just going to read them over and they are on Reddit. And it's just going to be very interesting to see how someone who works with zodiac signs on the daily and how they see them. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your family members, your friends, your enemies, or anyone who loves astrology content. And please make sure you guys are supporting my store. Everything will be linked in the comment section regarding where you can purchase things from my store. The products are of great quality and they are made of cotton. Now let's get right into the video, lovelies. Okay, lovely. So I'll basically be reading this from Reddit. So she really wrote, I don't know if I believe in astrology or not, but I work in hospice and nursing care and we have some observations. Astrology can't be real, but it low-key is. So here are common things we've noticed. Aries are fully committed to letting you take care of them. They literally go limp when you have to carry or move them. Which is kind of interesting because Aries is like a Mars sign and they love to take action. So it's interesting that they really want you to take care of them. We kind of think Libras don't like ugly people. Period. So yeah, that's what she said. They are ruled by Venus, so I can see why she would say that. Cancers and Pisces are the most spiritual, but not in a religious way. They have some trippy ideas about reality, life, and death. It's awesome though. It's very interesting. Leos treat you like family. Sometimes you kind of forget that you're not related, and they hug a lot. Virgos always help clean, but they have the messiest personal spaces. It's very interesting because Virgo are clean people, but the fact that they have messy personal spaces is interesting. Virgos have the funniest, most specific opinions. This morning, a Virgo client fresh out of bed told one of us that she shouldn't wear a hoodie under her scrubs because everyone thinks it looks sloppy. Wow, that's interesting. But it makes sense because Virgo loves things like perfect and orderly. Aries have the most visitors by far. The fire signs all have a lot of visitors. Geminis are the best to talk to and have the most interesting life stories. They also cry the most. Awesome people but painful lives most of the time, which is very common because I do see a lot of Geminis in my life. They do cry a lot more than water signs do, so I do see this. The air signs have a lot of divorces, or are the most talkative about their divorces maybe. All the women of all the signs seem happiest alone. The happiest men who were alone are Capricorns, Geminis, and Tauruses. They also hit on women the most. Wow, that's interesting that all the women are the happiest. Aquariuses are the most caring. I know the joke is that Cancers are, but old people Cancers don't really care. They just hide in their rooms. Well, that's very sweet. You know, Aquariuses are humanitarians at heart, so I understand that. Aquariuses women are the quietest clients. Also, they remember little details about you and ask about your life. That is very sweet and kind. Scorpios are the most fearful about death. Tough about pretty much everything else though, which is shocking because they are ruled by Pluto and Mars. Specifically, Pluto has a lot to do with transformation and things changing, so it's interesting that they are fearful about death. Sagittarius are the best storytellers, so good at storytelling, but they repeat the exact same story over and over and over. They have terrible memories and yet somehow are able to tell the same story word for word. Wow, this is very interesting. I have a feeling Sagittarius give good stories. Geminis are also great storytellers, but a lot of them forget the ending to their story or change topics halfway through. Whenever a client is funnier or wittier than the average person, we also check to see what the sign they are, because 9 out of 10, they are either a Virgo, a Pisces, a Gemini, or a Cancer. It's spooky how often we are right. Wow, so 3 of those signs are actually mutable. That's very shocking that they're very, witty. Libras are perceptive. They could be sociologists. Some of them are very funny people. Leo women are very mean, lol, and they complain the most, but they seem to be the favorite of their friend groups and families. Capricorns, Scorpios, Cancers, and Tauruses are the easiest clients to take care of because they never complain and always want to be left alone. Wow, they're all water and earth signs, but I kind of see it because they do tend to help people and want people to do things for them. Up next, Sagittarius have the best style. They are receptive to fashion trends, which is cool. They don't wear dated stuff. People get us gifts all the time, but whenever someone gets us a gift that we actually like, it is usually from a Capricorn client. That is very, very on brand for Capricorns because they do give good gifts and they kind of know what you want and they just want to make sure everything is nice. The only emotional, intelligent men I've ever met in my life are elderly Cancer men. They can charge money for their listening skills. Makes sense because they're water signs, and water signs have a lot of emotional intelligence. Taurus women dominate the arts and craft scene, the bird feeding scene, and the nice spot scene. They have silently all called dibs on the best spots. They have an eye for it. It causes drama because the Virgo and Leo women get very upset, which I can see because Taurus women are ruled by Venus, so I can see that. They just know the nice spots. Save this one for last because I know you guys aren't going to like this one. I know the joke in astrology is that fire and water signs hate each other, but ... It's mostly fire and water combination couples that we witness being ride or die for each other and still in love. Cancer with Sagittarius and Leo with Cancer pairs are the most common by a landslide. Leo and Taurus is another common one. A lot of different mixes of fire and water signs. Little bit of a harsh truth that I've learned from working with the elderly and sick is that a lot of men bail on their wives and their wives get sick by putting them in nursing care. And probably most of relationships are one-sided. It's usually one partner who's committed and pulling the weight and one who really doesn't return the care. Kind of sad, but the beautiful side to it is that some people really are happy ever after, ride or die for each other with a beautiful thing. Nothing more beautiful than seeing a couple who've been together forever still doting, loving, and caring for each other. But yeah, like I said, it's more often than not fire and water combinations that seem to actually enjoy each other's company. And a lot of them have stories about hating each other when they were young, lol. This is so interesting because, water signs have compatibility with each other, and earth signs and fire signs have compatibility with other fire signs or air signs. But I can really see this because they are both very passionate signs, and if they love you, they will have your back. And I really see this being true about them being the long-lasting couples. Now, lastly, I was looking at the comment section and the person was giving a lot of feedback. And one person actually asked a comment, any comments about Pisces? I have 2 important women in my life who are Pisces, just wondering what I'm in for. The person who wrote this actually responded, okay, so when I wrote this OP, I was with my coworkers who were watching me write, and they all know that I am biased about Pisces people, so they were keeping me in check, lol. I can't be trusted as a source because I love them, whereas my coworkers find them to be difficult. They kind of have one foot in the other, so to speak, which I personally like because, in my opinion, they have such interesting minds and I love the way they see the world. But my coworkers thinks it's frustrating to deal with because they don't really listen to you. They don't do what they're supposed to do. They like to do their own thing. I think one thing I concede to, and what I think is the root of the problem with them, is that they do this thing where they pretend to be fine and act like they're okay, but want you to notice that they actually do need something, but without having to ask. For example, instead of asking for something they will like to eat, they might just stare at it and glance at you and wait for you to offer, or ask how it tastes, or play dumb and ask what it's called. That kind of thing. I think how you react to it depends on your personality type, though. For me, it's like, okay, I get why they're doing that. They're cute. But for others, I think it just comes off as being passive aggressive. We agree that they're funny and fun, though. So yeah, that's how she feels about Pisces. She was a little bit biased towards them. But back to the fire sign relationship. So I actually figured out a story about who made the goldfish. So it was basically a guy, he's an Aries, and his wife was a Pisces, and he knew that the Pisces symbol was a fish. So he created the fish based off of his wife's zodiac sign, the Pisces, for her birthday. So that kind of shows you how fire and water sign relationships kind of go. That's all I had for you lovelies today regarding the astrology observations from that nurse. Please let me know down in the comment section what other content you guys would want me to put out or create. And please let me know how you guys felt about it, about your sign and the observation the nurse actually gave about you. Please let me know if you agree with it or do you have any disagreement. But please make sure you've hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, as well as that like button and that share button. Please also make sure that you are following me on all of my social media accounts. Everything's on the screen as well as in the description box. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.